But no worries. We will give it a few more minutes. Can't hear me? SOMI1 cannot hear me. Really? How about now? Hear me? Yes, no? Let's see. We'll give it a little test. You can hear me? Okay, great. Good stuff. Loud and clear. Good stuff. All righty. Well, we're still early, so let's give it a little bit of time. Let everyone join. And good to see all the comments coming in. Already active, everyone waiting. Can see people on TG commenting um, as well. They've been waiting eagerly on X, waiting eagerly. So appreciate everyone for the support on that. Oh, it seems like I'm muted again. Really? Anderson says it seems like I'm muted again. I wonder if that's an X thing, because it seemed like those comments are coming in from X. YouTube can hear, right? Yes. Let me just double check with the team. 1 second. Hey, guess how's it going? Good to see a lot of familiar faces and a lot of new ones. Okay, YouTube can definitely hear me. That's good. How about X? Oh, your sound was deactivated. Okay. Let me just, never mind. It's all good. Awesome. Good stuff. Well, I appreciate everyone showing up early. That's pretty awesome. And thank you everyone uh, for your support these days. Hopefully you guys had a good week so far, wherever you may be. JP from X, great name. I know your brother's name is Om as well. That's also a good name. Um, so let's give it one more minute before we really kick off. But glad that everyone is here. Shit, I can see the YouTube as well. And the X. Nice. Perfect. Anish, what's 8? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Are you talking about like what's the specific question? Because obviously 8 means a lot for mantra. Crypto fundamentalist, good to see you, sir. I thought you weren't going to be able to make this one, so good to see you. Faco, how's it going? Abbas, GA, I think you mean GM. JK Kumar is asking how he can join our team. That is very good question, JK. We had just posted a little bit today that we are hiring for a number of different positions on Twitter and on LinkedIn, and reach out to our team, both on Twitter and LinkedIn, Dean and Max. Hit them up, and you can check out the different roles that we're hiring for, but primarily across product and engineering roles. So anyway, no worries. I think we've got some folks here. Pankaj, Amma, Adrian, good boy, always the homie. What a legend. Good to see you all. Hanish, you're going to have to ask the TA guys, the talent team, about the roles. But appreciate your interest, and thank you so much for considering us. But let me get started with this latest Community Connect. It's been a little bit since I've done one, to be honest. So great to be here. Obviously, off the back of some really exciting news from this week. That'll be a big topic of discussion, for today. Who is Invenium? How did we meet each other? What are the different plans that we're working on, et cetera, et cetera. So that's probably a pretty good place to start. There's a lot of other stuff. I know people ask about the B word and other things. We'll talk about that too. Don't worry. Just patience. But anywho, so Invenium was a partner that we got introduced to actually at the end, or maybe even early, maybe middle of middle of 2024 through our investor Sharuk. They had been working on a number of things together, and we started talking to them to see what sort of strategic partnership we could potentially, build together. And that was really early on. It didn't really go anywhere, to be honest. And after the incident in April, almost the next day, or really shortly thereafter, everything went down. I remember I was in Dubai, um, so I'd basically just, flown there, pretty much immediately after everything went down. And, really they had reached out and said, "Hey, we wanted to like help out. We're here to support. We saw everything that went down. Let's see if we can do some sort of trade. Let's see if we can, help you guys out." And initially it was a very, you know, simple, more transactional arrangement. By the way, DH, we'll definitely talk about Munch Finance. Don't worry. I got a lot of stuff coming. Um, some alpha here too as well, so make sure you listen to the whole thing. But anyway, so initially the trade was very transactional. We're going to figure out maybe some sort of token swap or some sort of arrangement to show confidence into the market, um, and ended up developing into something much deeper, much more comprehensive, much more strategic in nature, and frankly much better. We've spent the past pretty much 4 months, really getting to know each other. We've met each other all over the world, spent time together. They have done significant due diligence, reference checks, talked to everyone in the market, talked to lawyers, talked to, you name it. We've had deep, deep due diligence done by us and or done on us, excuse me. And consistently, they were able to find that, even with the horrendous events that went on, the team, our investors, our community stayed strong. We continued to build. Um, we showed up in the face of adversity and, dealt with a horrible situation that we all had to go through together, including you guys, that we'll hopefully never have to go through again as well. And obviously, we're taking steps and doing things to make sure that doesn't happen again. But they found very strongly that through the work of external third parties and bad actors, we really got exactly what I would consider like almost like we got hit in a drive-by shooting. We were an innocent bystander that was just in the wrong place at the wrong time and took a bullet. And I like to say we may have been in a drive-by, but it didn't kill us. We're going to continue building. We're going to continue pushing. And we formed a very strong relationship with a new incredible partner, which is Invenium. So the team at Invenium is primarily they're US based. They've been in the tokenization and crypto space for a very long time. That's an OG. A lot of libertarian and decentralized views on things, which is awesome. And we're going to be taking a lot of really strong insights and direction from him on how we can help decentralize our chain, improve our governance, make sure that we have more and more community input, and really build back stronger and better. And that's just the fundamental, foundation of how this relationship was built. Getting to know each other, getting to trust each other, and we're really excited about that. It's great that they are a U.S. company first, but also with deep, deep roots in the Middle East, deep, deep roots in Abu Dhabi, particularly. At the end of last year, Invenium announced a strategic investment, significant one, from G42. G42 is, one of the preliminary leading AI companies, um, that is quasi-sovereign in nature, supported by uh, the Abu Dhabi sheikhs, and it's a very strongly backed business. You should definitely do some research on that on that business. They're massive, they're huge, and they're building some amazing stuff that's going to be supportive of Mantra in the future. So we're super excited about what that's gonna bring to the table. And we aren't necessarily directly affiliated with G42. I want to make that very clear, Mantra and G42 right now. But let's also make it very clear they know what's going on. They know what's happening with us, and they obviously had to have a say in how these relationships were built and how this investment and partnership went down. So effectively they were doing their due diligence too, and we passed the test because at the end of the day, like I said, we were an innocent bystander that got put through a tremendously horrible situation. But we're going to keep building, we're going to keep moving, and honestly, I fundamentally believe that as shitty as the situation was for all of us, we're going to look back at this in a couple of years and say it sucked going through that, but this made us better, made us stronger, made us more focused, and it was a blessing in disguise. We got new partners. We had to go through, a challenging situation, built up resilience, built up grit, and that's just how we fucking roll. So, it's not been easy, but I am very, appreciative and grateful for the support of you guys, for the support of the community, support of our team, our investors. We tried to manage a very tough situation and get around by not letting the death blow happen. And some of those death blows would have been delisting from Binance, would have been issues with regulators, these type of things. And we've managed to work around that even more and come back even stronger. Binance integrated the chain. They're actually supposed to integrate the day the whole thing went down. So it just goes to show what really happened, or part of what really happened. But anyway, they've integrated the chain. You saw my tweet earlier about them entering the validator network. So they're a validator on the chain. They're supporting the network. We have really strong institutional partnerships with these guys, and we're very excited that the people who showed up and supported us through thick and thin are still here. So again, appreciate for all that. Anyway, on the Invenium side, we're pumped about the announcement. Honestly, for me, people have been asking me like, "Aren't you excited? Aren't you happy?" Yes, it's been great. But honestly, I'm just more excited to get it out there so people know all the cool things that are going to be coming. So we can actually get to the real shit, which is the building, which is the integrations, which is the products that we're going to launch together. And that's really the exciting part for me. So announcements are great. It's good for the community. It's good that you guys will get to know about our new partner. But really, the real shit is yet to come, and that's what's really exciting. So, just be on the lookout. This is the start of something great, start of an amazing relationship. Couldn't be happier about it. And just want to say thanks again to Pat and his team, because they could have easily gone the other way when things got, tough. And honestly, I know people were saying, don't do this. You don't have to. But they stuck by us, and they saw that, we managed the situation with integrity as best we could. And I think that means a lot. So anyway, let's move on from the Invenium side. Spend a decent amount of time there. It's a good one. We're pumped about it, and can't wait to show you more, not tell you more about all the good things that are coming. So anyway, next we have gone through. Well, we've talked about a few times the 3-letter acronym BFD. I'm not going to talk too much about B. It's coming imminently. You know what the F is, and the D is coming soon as well. Honestly, the D could mean a lot of things. People have been saying decentralization. That's kind of right. That's not what I'm talking about, but it's kind of right. But there's a lot of it's DEX. There's a lot of things. DeFi. It is kind of all of those things, but it's not. That's not exactly what I'm referring to in this particular instance. But you should be on the lookout for B officially and D imminently. Someone was asking about Mantra Finance. Oh, they just asked about it again. DH. So I do want to talk about that. Deflationary is not it. Guess not yet. We will work towards that, but I just want to make that clear. It is not deflationary yet. Anyway, Mantra Finance. I think the community already found the new website that was launched, that will effectively be the storefront, or the one-stop shop for RWAs, for investing in them, for getting liquidity from them, for trading them, for all these different types of things. And as you know, Mantra Finance is the brand associated with our VARA licenses. So it's our regulated business. We have 3 specific license activities from VARA: investment asset management, broker-dealer, and exchange services. So this is really the utilization of these different licenses. And I actually want to say that we're having plans, and we've been instructed from VARA to expand that licensing suite to a number of different licenses. So we could go from 3 to 4 to 5 even, um, in the not too distant future. And we're in active conversations with that. And we're super excited about what that roadmap's going to be. We do feel very strongly that RWAs and tokenized assets are missing a lot of things, but one thing they're absolutely missing is a killer app. And another thing they're absolutely missing is clear, regulated, and compliant distribution channels, and we believe Mantra Finance will be that. So, we have the first deals coming soon. We have new products launching imminently. We're working on ways to make them, crypto and DeFi compatible, so these assets can be composable and usable within DeFi. And we do believe that this will be really the cornerstone dApp in the ecosystem for Mantra, as it pertains to RWAs, and obviously all the other amazing dApps that are coming soon to Mantra will also be supported by Mantra Finance's liquidity and users and whatnot. And a lot of the key technology that we're building is usable within Mantra Finance and then exportable within other dApps, right? And I think that brings me to another next good point, which is the roadmap. So I've been talking a lot about the different things that we're going to be sharing. Roadmap is, this will be kind of like a more of a product-focused roadmap on what's coming for the rest of the year. And we haven't given all the surprises away in this roadmap launch, but we will be sharing that next week. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be exciting, and I hope you guys can really give some good feedback and share how you're thinking about the things that we're working on and be some of the first testers. So on the Mantra Finance side, you can already sign up, mantra.finance, so go check that out, get on the wait list. More information coming soon. I think we're looking into a referral program as well, and some sort of point system. So be on the lookout for that. Speaking of points, though, currently there's an ongoing point system with Lotus, with Lotus Dex, which is going to be launching soon. So check that out as well. I think some of you already caught wind of that and have drained the faucet for the new points on Dukong, which is obviously the multi-VM testnet that we have live at the moment. So anyway, that's enough for the roadmap bit. One other piece that I know has been requested significantly is value accrual. Shout out Crypto Fundamentalist. So this is something we've been thinking about deeply. We have a lot of interesting ideas, and we'll be sharing those in a series of ongoing reports and blogs and thought pieces. Prof K's been thinking about this a lot. Jay's been thinking about this a lot. And we're going to be sharing a lot more information on that soon. And we want you guys to give us feedback as well about how you're thinking about it. So talked about those those different pieces that you guys should be excited about. One thing you guys probably haven't thought about too much, or we haven't really talked about at all, so this is a little bit of alpha, is our stablecoin strategy. So obviously through Cosmos and through Noble, we have native USDC in Cosmos, which is exciting. But we are in conversations with other major stablecoin players. I won't name names here, but like big ones, to have them come to Mantra, which would be awesome, bringing a lot of liquidity. But we're also thinking about having our own, not even thinking about it, we will have our own DeFi composable stablecoin, and we're also going to have our own yield-bearing coin. We don't know the names yet. There's a few different things we're tossing around, but that'll be really exciting for you guys to be able to get yield holding a stable asset of sorts, and be able to use it as a pair within trading activities within Mantra Finance and other parts of the ecosystem, use it as collateral, all different types of things. And it'll be fundamental for the building blocks of all these different RWA assets that will come, whether that's private credit assets, whether that's real estate assets, whether that's commodities, all different types of stuff will all be paired and composable with these different stable coins. So getting a little bit of alpha there. Check it out. We'll be sharing more on that soon, but I think you guys will be pretty excited about that. That'll be great. Anyway, okay. So yeah, I guess one other thing that's important on that is the ecosystem development, and all the different products and projects that are coming. And honestly, as after the incident in April, we had already been looking at EVM as a core feature that we wanted to bring to market. And a lot of you didn't even know like we launched Ohmstead, which was our EVM specific EVM only testnet, like almost the same week as everything when it went down, which was crazy. We didn't really talk too much about it. Now we have multi VM composability at Dukong on the testnet, and that's a pretty exciting thing. But we basically paused a lot of the ecosystem development and said, just wait for EVM. It'll be easier. And a lot of our partners and projects, both in the accelerator program, projects like Lotus and others, have really put themselves on pause on the past state of Mantra and are ready to go with the future state. So you can kind of look at this Invenium announcement as like the light at the end of the tunnel has officially gone. We're out. We're moving forward, and these ecosystem projects are going to be coming imminently on mainnet whenever EVM comes. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. But that means these projects are going to be launching tokens. There's going to be different point systems. There's going to be different ways to attract liquidity, attract different types of yield-bearing opportunities, all kinds of things. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be great. We're super excited about that, and also means that eco drops are coming, stake drops are coming, Omi's going to eat, Staker's going to eat. So be on the lookout for that. All right, let's see what else. SVM, I will be very clear. SVM is not coming within 2025. We have EVM is the priority right now, and to be honest, we have so many different other types of products that SVM is probably a 2026 thing. And also, we just don't really have demand for that at the moment. We definitely have a shitload of demand for EVM, and SVM will be something in the future. Let's see. So I have a couple of things I want to talk about, and then I'll wrap it up. One that's quite important, Chinwendu. SVM means Solana VM. EVM is like virtual machine, Solana virtual machine. Basically, that's how you would interact with smart contracts on Solana, whereas EVM is Ethereum virtual machine. Cosmos uses CosmWasm, for example. So we're CosmWasm compatible, soon to be EVM compatible, and eventually SVM, Solana compatible, and potentially MoveVM as well. So truly multi-VMs. So yeah. Yes, in terms of governance, this is something that's going to be very important. We've talked about distributing the network state, removing association validators, having new network participants join. Obviously, Binance creeped in there. We thought they were going to come later, but they just delegated like overnight, and now they're in the active set, and I'm sure more's coming. But governance is very important, and part of the roadmap and plans with Invenium is to bring about increased community governance, bring about more institutional and community support in governance decision-making processes, and that will start with decentralizing and distributing the network. And we got to do that as we maintain very fast block times, make the chain very scalable. These are all technical things that we're working on, and we're super excited about. But just be on the lookout for that. Again, we're super excited about Binance joining basically overnight. So I think they do have some staking programs going on Binance as well, by the way. So 2 more things, then I'll maybe take a couple questions. Actually, I'll do one more thing and then I'll take some questions. Then I'll finally end with the big one. Katie, yes, Binance Node is the new validator. That is correct. And actually, one thing to say is I believe it unintentionally removed the Omi's validator from the active set because we only have 29 and we need to increase it, which the prop is already live, so you can actually go vote on that now. That will only pass in the beginning of, on Saturday morning Asia time. So that's basically when Omi's will be back in the active set, because basically they told us that it's going to take them longer, and then they delegated faster, so they got into the set quicker. Anyway, yeah, that's exactly why they launched the block staking product. So the yield is actually coming from, partially from tokens that they have, but then also from actual on-chain yield, which is great, from POS inflation. So as many people know, this month is the 8th month of the year. It is a significant month for Mantra because this is the month when Mantra was originated, or actually technically Ohm. So for those who don't know exactly the lore, um, I started working on Mantra in like May of 2020, and Ohm launched on the 18th of August 2020, which was very intentionally uh, picked because 1, 8, and the numerology around 8, 18. It's a lucky number in Asia. But also it was the day of polka dot transferability. That was the first day dot became transferable. And that was a really big thing for us originally because we were born as a polka dot project. So that was quite an important day for us, and that's coming up soon. Actually, just in about a week and a little bit of over a week and a half. Um, so that's pretty awesome. We're super excited. Mantra and Ohm is turning 5, which is a really massive accomplishment for all the community, for the team, for our supporters to see how we've grown and changed and developed. It's been an incredible ride, incredible journey. Um, and I think I say this every year, but really the best is yet to come, and we're going to continue growing and getting better, and building and trying to do our best to deliver value back to you guys for supporting us, for being token holders, and for being part of our community. Um, so we're anything but dead. People have counted us out and thought we were dead many times, but we're alive. We're here, and we're super excited about what's ahead. And I'm more bullish than ever on Mantra. I'm more bullish than ever on our team and our community. And we just consistently go through hard times, but come back and bounce back even stronger. So there's no doubt in my mind that comeback season is here. As you've probably seen going around on Twitter, and it's going to be the comeback of a lifetime, and the greatest comeback in crypto history. So get ready. And with that, I want to give one more piece of alpha, which is really exciting, which is primarily around the EVM mainnet. And I probably shouldn't be, even sharing this too much, but we will be launching EVM mainnet next month in September. We'll have awesome dApps coming ready to launch around that same time. So we're going to have a massive GTM with a number of different dApp partners. So just in a couple weeks' time, EVM, Cosm Wasm, all different types of ecosystem dApps, new tokens, new activities, new points, new yield, all different kinds of things are going to be happening live on mainnet, for the leading multi-VM layer 1 for real world assets. So very excited about that. Get ready for it. I won't give an exact date yet, but it's coming soon. We're fucking pumped about it. Excuse my language. But it's going to be big, and there's going to be a lot of interesting things in the build up to that. So be on the lookout. Um, the announcement with Invenium was, like I said, that's just the starting point. There's going to be so many things for the rest of this year and then into next year that are coming. So, again, appreciate everyone's support. We're going to keep building. We're going to keep pushing, and let's fucking go. Alrighty. Appreciate you guys. Maybe I can answer a couple questions if you want. I'm here for a little bit. So let me know. I'll just take a look at the comments and see if there's anything good. Oh, yes, Katie, you should join the Mantra Finance waitlist. Please do. Thank you, Chinwendu. Thank you, Guest, JK, Abba, Adrian. Let's see. What do you think most people misunderstand about Ohm today? I think people mostly misunderstand. Well, actually, I know people misunderstand what actually happened, and they're going to see. It's going to come out, and you'll see what went down and who's the bad actors in the space and who are the good ones, and we're going to come back stronger than ever. So that's probably the biggest misunderstanding. But we're going to continue building it back. Like I said, like now people. I guess actually last time people said, "Oh, I missed Mantra," because we had this crazy rise, and people were salty about it, to be honest, in my opinion. And they kind of, throw it a little bit of shade and said, "Hey, we missed Mantra. We didn't know about it, never heard of it." Well, now everyone has heard of it, so they won't have an excuse for missing us this time. Let me tell you that. Anyway, DH, when will Mantra Finance be launched? Mantra Finance, the website, the platform is already live. We need to get you guys assets, and we want to be pushing things soon. Obviously, centered around EVM, mainnet, all these things. We want to launch on mainnet, so you can use that as a little bit of a hit. But things are coming soon. You're going to be able to do a lot of different stuff, and you should be excited about that. Isaac, stablecoins, all this shit's coming on EVM, guys. You guys, I'm telling you, it's gonna be it's gonna be a whirlwind the rest of this year. We have so much stuff coming. Like I said, literally, Invenium is the tip of the iceberg. So we're pumped about that. Let's see what. Okay, people continue to ask about Coinbase and B word. Obviously, we're going to continue getting listed on other exchanges. Coinbase is one of them that we're looking at, of course, right? There's a few other that are, big ones that we want to be on, and we're excited. B word, like I said, it's coming. Just be on the lookout imminently. So anyway, I know everyone always wants these things to happen now, but there is something to be said about timing. There's something to be said about layering announcements and having build up and having all this substance and traction happen. You don't want it all at once because then you blow everything in one go. We need to continue to push, and we're going to do that. We have stuff lined up for the rest of the year. It's going to be fucking awesome. JK, I'm not based in the UAE, but I would be more than happy to meet you when I'm there the next time. Felicity, I don't know when the next the next bike burn is, excuse me. But I think you could ask them, ask on Twitter, ask on, in TG or something. I know Prof and the team did an AMA on that not too long ago. So yeah, definitely check that. And yes, Omcan, new NFTs are coming, new tokens are coming on the ecosystem, all different types of stuff. So a lot of good things. Alrighty. Well, I think I've gone for 30 minutes. I mean, if there's any other additional new questions, I'm happy to try to answer. But I think we covered a lot of stuff today. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. Again, appreciate everyone's support. This is a exciting time to be in the mantra community. It's still early. People have been counting us out, and they're going to continue to count us out. But that's just another chip on our shoulder we're going to take in stride and keep pushing. So for those who stuck by us and support us, really appreciate it. And again, the best is yet to come. So wherever you are in the world, thanks for showing up. Hope you have a great day. Stay safe. And more news coming soon. It will be a big week next week too. It's going to be a big month this month. Let's put it that way. All righty, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good one, and stay safe. Cheers. Bye.